Hello, everybody. Oh, wrong screen. Hello, everybody. Welcome to. Oh gosh, camera's not skew. What is today? Today's just not my day, is it? Welcome, everybody, to this next Uraken Black Showdown between Era Lost Time and Azula Esports. This is a matchup which I definitely want to say I'm quite excited for. Last Time have been definitely on a charge in this series. By this series, I mean the Uraken one. Definitely been trying to make a name for themselves, want to improve on their gameplay, and at this point in time, Lost Time are looking good. Guys, we're going to be seeing come out from them today. A lot of the same comfort picks often have been getting through between whenever facing teams from Uraken, which aren't exactly familiar what Lost Time are capable of bringing to the table. So for one, it is very likely that we don't see much of the Ezreal, as Tigger is a very big fan of the Ezreal. Loves the Ezreal, is his main champion. Considered one of the scariest champions to see him fed on. And top lane, Sion, particularly for Papa Smurfy. Papa Smurfy, very, very prevalent on this champion. Absolutely loves spamming it, loves playing it. Definitely big comfort pick for him. But I'm just trying to get into the lobby. So hold on. Can I? Okay. All right. So they're also going to be doing a pro draft from what I am collecting. So we are going to be seeing a pro draft from them here. Just going to be getting the all clear. All right, there we go. As we are entering the lobby. Just making sure it's all there. But looking at some of these ranks here. So we got a couple of Platinum 4, Plat 4, ranging all the way up to Diamond 2 from Azula Esports, who I would like to think take a little bit of inspiration from the Legend of Aang. I could be very wrong, but at the same time, I could be very right. And particularly at this point in time, it's kind of hard not to make that kind of judgment. So variant, let's go. Well, yeah, hell yeah. Era looking good so far this season, especially last time. Looking very successful, and have been able to convert a lot of these team comps into their correct ways. But now we are actually going to be hopping straight to so there is a champ select now happening. So I'm going to quickly hop over to the draft lol, because they started that already. So we do see the bans already coming out. So that is going to be the Zaya as well as the Sejuani and Lulu banned away towards Azula. The Jinx and the Jarvan already taken away from Lost Time. Does not look like they want any comfort for the bot laner as well as the AD carry in this case. But now, what could we be seeing get targeted again? As we see, that is going to be the Jhin, which will be actually taken away from Tigger here. Have not seen Tigger much on the Jhin, so very unsure how that ban is coming out. Maybe they've seen him playing once or twice and are scared of it. But immediately going to be getting the Vi lock in for Mad Demulon. This is one of his best comfort picks, his most common pick in his last couple of matches here. So would not be surprised if he's going to be up to his good old shenanigans on this champion. Now we do see that there's going to be the immediate Volibear return hover. Not the pick just yet. Kind of debating if it is going to be a worthwhile pick. Both very hard engaged junglers, but Volibear can very much be played top lane. So that is going to be the Volibear lock-in for Azula Esports. As now they are going to get their second pick here. Are they going to prioritize the bot lane? As it does look like they are. They are going to take away the Kai'Sa from Tigger. But Tigger still has a lot of champions up his sleeve which he can play. Ezreal is still open for him. So would not be surprised if we saw that come out tonight. But also a lot of champions available to Sealard here with the Sylas still open. As well as the Yone and the Yasuo, who we actually haven't seen him play an awful lot of recently. And has been more focused around the Veigar. But that is actually going to be the Vayne pick for Lost Time. So that is Vayne for Ty down in this bot side. Definitely wanted to go for more of that tank shred, especially for the Volibear, who is likely going to be building that full tank. And I do not think Ezreal would have worked very well into this. Hey, welcome, Rachel. Welcome. Thank you for being here. I hope you enjoy the stream. Thank you. But now we are going to be seeing a Lost Time lock in the Scion for Papa Smurfy. It is also his biggest comfort champion. Has been a champion he always goes for in these scenarios. If it is left open, You do not give him the Scion. The mod has arrived. Can we get some mod checks in chat for the mods? And then now the Ari is going to be hovered, and it's going to be picked up in the mid lane for Azula. So the Ari is going to be stolen away from last time. Not really sure how often he would have played the Ari, but really good mobile pick, especially into this kind of team comp. Now, we are already hopping into the second set of bans in the pro draft, as then the Lissandra will immediately be taken away from Sealord. Sealord has not been able to play as much as he would have liked to, but a very good counter into the Ari as well as the Kaiser. Easy lockdown for them. A champion who's got a lot of mobility, just drop the R on them and they're not going anywhere. As now, what are these next few bans going to be for last time? There is yet to be a hover. Not sure really where they're going to put their focus. It's likely going to be on the support or the top lane, but they could think that the Volibear is top. But they will ban the Mordekaiser anyway, as then we see the Silas is going to be banned, most likely away from Sealord. Is not going to be able to get that comfort champion that he wants. Is going to have to pull something new out in the mid lane. But the Veigar is still left open. Would not be surprised if we saw the Veigar lock in. But now that is going to be the set taken away in the top side. They do firmly believe that is a Volibear jungle, but I would not be surprised if it ended up being a Volibear top lane. Oops, sorry. But then the Urgot's going to be hovered, kind of confirming what last time did already know, is that the Volibear is not going to be going into the top lane, but is rather going into the jungle. As we see the Ornhorn is summoned, and see the Orn top. As now I'm being joined by one of my mods here. Well, by one of my friends as well. For the little podcast. My camera's there, everyone. So this is Floppy Pancake, one of the mods. He's just come to chill. Kandwani, my friend, he's up here. He's just in the back there. There we go.
So is that the what's his name, Papa Smurfy on the Scion?
It is like I don't know what else we see him play nowadays. Realistically speaking, but it is a comfort pick, and it's something he does enjoy playing.
It's definitely a comfort pick.
But then we see the cannon going to be locked in the mid lane.
Josh?
It's Josh on the cannon.
Bro,
yeah.
Josh is gonna run it on cannon.
The cannon. One thing's for sure, I do know he practiced it for a while.
Did he?
I think he did a bit. But
Okay, then I have faith in. I always have faith in what's his name.
Sealord.
I can't remember in-game names. Nah, Sealord, he's a good player. I have full faith in him dominating his lane. I just haven't seen him play cannon before.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I haven't seen him play it on stage yet, realistically. But we see Vayne is actually going to go for Ty, which I haven't seen Ty play the Vayne, but I think he maybe was feeling a little confident on it with the Volibear lock-in as well as the Ornn.
Ooh,
So
true.
And Vayne did receive a couple of buffs recently, and paired that with a Karma, probably with a Shurelya's Rush, is going to make this Vayne quite a menace for these tanks.
I agree. Like, I haven't seen Ty play much Vayne, but from what I've seen, it is quite disgusting. If he gets ahead, it's like, whoa.
But one thing you also got to bear in mind for Azula is they do have the Rakan Kai'Sa, Rakan being probably the most broken support in League of Legends right now. I'm really glad it is.
Can I drink on stream?
Yeah, it should be good, because I'm not the one drinking.
It's just water.
Yeah, he's just drinking some water, gents and gentlemen and ladies and anyone in between. Good luck, boys, from Lazy Lompa. Okay, so there we go. We are ready to go there, as now we are going to exit the pro draft and get into the regular picks here.
How is Azula's team? I don't know much about them.
So I don't really know too much about them either. I didn't really get any. I don't know if they're inspired by the Avatar thing. I'm pretty sure someone should have asked. I really hope someone asked.
I feel like they definitely should be.
But they are sitting in around the Plat 3 all the way up to D2.
That was pretty good.
So pretty decent ranks all around, but ban-wise, we see Xayah and Jinx banned. When do these champions have 100% presence all these games that I cast? It's ridiculous, man.
And Sejuani, I mean, I'm surprised to see Danielon's team banning that.
Yeah, but one thing's for sure is I think, and then the Jarvan, but what I think a lot of teams haven't been really seeing get through is Vi. Damian has been picking this Vi very consistently, and it has been very successful regardless whether he is ahead or behind. A very good catch potential with the cease and desist, and especially on immobile AD carries. Like if you guys use a flash, just AD carry, and Vi has ult. That
True,
makes it
actually.
very, very easy access to that back line.
Understand why Zaya's gone then.
Vi is actually, I would say, is not a terrible pick into the Zaya because you lock onto her, and even if she does ult, you will still follow her because you're unstoppable.
True, but I mean, it's one of the only ADCs that can deal with a Vi ult.
Yeah, in a healthy manner.
Respectfully.
Yeah, and I think definitely the best way to go forward. And Sion Papa Smurfy man plays it way too much. And first time seeing this canon, I'm curious to see what Zealot is capable of bringing to the table.
I have faith.
Yeah, but they banned away his Lissandra. They love banning Lissandra when they pick Ari. I mean, it's quite straightforward. Yeah.
And the silent ban, that's actually quite a bit of respect for Sealord.
Yeah, they showed quite a bit of respect. The one ban I'm seeing there from Azula, which doesn't add up, is the Jin ban.
I don't understand the Jin ban much either, to be honest.
Because if I know Tigger, he doesn't play too much Jin. Okay, Azula Esports, spam this flame to ignite the stage. Hell yeah, welcome Azula to the chat. I would like to get a personal opinion from you. So is your name inspired by the female character in the Legend of Aang? Or am I wrong?
It has to be. I mean, come on. It's Azula.
I mean, she's 80% of the reason why I have the taste of woman that I do. But here we are.
I feel like Azula's only the top of the iceberg for you.
Oh, shut the hell up again. Let's go, Era. We got Zypher in here. Let's go, Era.
Hey, Zypher. The man who's paying my salary.
But then we see, I can't say you're right, but I can say you're not wrong. Okay, I'm a bit lost there.
I appreciate you. He's going to sponsor me out on the night because of you specifically. Hextech Spartan helped out a bit, but I mean, come on.
Yeah, this Zypher. I need it. He's the VIP in the chat. Very grateful to have him here. Top gifter right now with those easy 50 subs yesterday in the 80k versus the royalty match, which was quite a banger to say the least. Gave 80k a bit of a run for their money in that second match.
That was a close game. That was a very close game for our royalty.
Yeah, still very close game.
I really thought I was going to point. And they were winning like, they had a 10k gold lead.
And I think it was just they were like, the scaling was in 80k's favor at that moment.
Definitely.
Yeah. So thank you, Azula, for the follow, but I'm going to take a short break while I wait for the intervals. So don't go away. I will see you all soon.
Good luck to everyone playing.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay, I thank you. I was late. Okay, so we are going to do predictions, but we do see there is going to be an invade coming out from Azula here. Okay, but let's get the predictions up and running. I know one of my mods, he was not here able to help me with it because he was physically here in person, but we're going to go with boom, 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 and a boom, boom. There you go. Got it. You got predictions. You were just in time. But thank you, Rachel, for catching out that my mic was muted. We do see the pings coming out there. So a lot of them playing on the South African ping and then Ty playing on the 21 ping from the United Kingdom. But be sure to get your points in. Be sure to predict who you think is going to take this first game, as there was already a ward spotted. As they are going to give it over to Sion. He's going to give him a little bit more experience in the lane. Going to be making sure that he is able to clear successfully. But do see Lisnek gets hit up by the Rakan, and Zeportan is going to be flashing on him, and that's going to immediately be the return flash coming out from the Snack there. Kaiser has no flash, and neither does the Karma. So that is going to be a little bit more beneficial to the side of Azula, with the Snack being quite low, not really able to do too much in the lane. I then had to pop his pots and just hope he can sustain a little bit more. But while we're here, I know Comic-Con was this weekend. Well, it is this weekend. And I know Zypher went to it. Glad to hear that it was going well, Zypher. And it's unfortunate I was not able to be there. I really wanted to be there for Comic-Con. It's just a lot of stuff was going on down here, up here in Joburg. And I was kind of just trying to make the most of what I have here, because let's go see my friends I haven't seen in quite some time. And I will be there soon. I'm gonna be there in June, most likely. But I know you would just flow down there from Joburg. But I'm glad you had a good time at Comic-Con. We'll go to the one in Joburg, and then I'll go to the one in Cape Town when I'm over there. But nothing particularly interesting going to be happening so far. Two tanks just trading some grasp stacks. Going to be trying to stack up that minion wave. As just grasps just continuously being traded there. As a Baguette in the mid lane taking really good trades up against that cannon. And cannon having a little bit of a hard time putting that foot forward as Sparsovi gets the knock-up cancelled. As Prioritaz is going to be able to go for that hard engage. Does get the knock-up. Papa Smurfy does have the flash available. He's going to flash a bit the immediate return flash from Papa Smurfy, but Prioritaz does not let him get away and picks up first blood for Azula. And I've got one grasp stack before he went out of the zombie form. But Azula looking to push this aggression, especially with this Kaiser and Rakan at level 3. Gonna put Tigger and Lisnek in a bit of a difficult position. But Sealod able to get at least some poke off. Not able to dodge the Q. So it does take a full brunt of an electrocute proc from Ori. Little unfortunate for him there, but is playing more of the engaged team by champion as Ori goes for the flash shot and doesn't land the full damage with the media flash from the cannon, but that's not going to be enough as the stun connects from the volley bear. And that is a flashless cannon, but an Ori with a kill. Now, if you're lost time, you definitely want to look to try and play through this bot side. Vayne and Karma can be extremely oppressive in the late game, especially against these hard tanks, which include the Volley Bear and the Ornn. Ori going to be exceptionally mobile. The Karma shielding as well as the Shurelias can help Tigger keep up with the Ori Spirit Rush. So we gotta hope that it's going to be... We gotta hope that Lost Time are able to keep their strength down in the bot side. As now Papa Smurfy does try and go for the proxy, but Kuma is going to be there with Prioritaz to stop him. Papa Smurfy is all by himself. He did proxy the wave. And does look like he is going to continue to proxy the wave, further denying more minions away. But there's going to be the immediate engage coming in from Freya, as Zeportan able to get the trades off. I like how he started so super excited with the fight, but sitting so chilled. I mean, like, it just is. Like, I guess it's just more of a control thing. I don't really know how to explain it, really. But I love what I do. I love that I get the opportunity to do this. I love that it's fun. And I can get kind of all hypey and overhyped, but I know with all of you that I can do that without worrying that I'm gonna get judged for it. At least not in a negative light. But yeah, it's not much interesting there. Sealord unfortunately did take the L to the Volibear, with Ornn picking up 2 kills on the Scion, who is just playing for the farming. Does have the Giant's belt and just wants to push the farm. Community challenge cooking stream raised 27,000. My goodness, that's a lot of points that have been raised for this stream. My word. We are at 100k at the moment for that one. But I'm looking forward to the cooking stream. Might even actually be doing while my mom is here from Cape Town, because over my birthday weekend, my mom is gonna be flying up to Joburg because her birthday is the week after. Might do like a family-based cooking stream, which would be kind of cool. Hey, it's Darth Kisu. Welcome, Darth. Bella, my cat's having fun times, but welcome, Darth. Glad to see you here and donate to the cooking stream. Massive pug. But while in the midst of all that, we do see Damilon lost the dragon, and dragon did go over to Azula. Went for the very early Drake and usually lost time on the ball with these ones. But Volibear beating him to it. Well, now Damilon going for that invade, takes that red buff away. And now gonna possibly looking for a play topside or play through mid. I might bring the cat onto the stream because Bella, she's having a bit of a hard time. I think there was a lot of people here today. But Tigger freezing the wave while Volibear is lying in wait. Let him cook. But like, you're gonna let me cook now? Like, what? You should really not let me cook. The most cooking I should do is in an air fryer. Like, if you let me cook, I'm bound to blow up a kitchen or something along those lines. But now, again, still not much action going on. They do want to play the scaling game. Kai'Sa and the Vayne are only about 4 CS apart. Mid lane dead even. Top lane 2 CS disparity, but again, very much expected. As Volibear is looking for the gank here, but the immediate tumble and the E away from Lesnek. Really good synergy there. And are able to sidestep that Volibear gank, as he did lose out on a lot of his jungle to Vi, who was able to pick up his red and is now further going to pick up the Rift Herald. While the Volibear does then end up going and taking that red buff away. Kind of going even trade with Vi already having the red buff and going to be starting up the Scuttle. What could we be seeing here from last time? Vayne playing this lane as passively as she needs to. She does not need to play this aggressively. She can just sit and play it safe. She can just hold the line. She doesn't really need to push too much into the enemy lane. Well, Zepotan and Freya do want to try and push this. They do have the level 6 as well. Rakan at the Kai'Sa level 6 is rather deadly. But Volibear looking for the dive. Does have level 6 as well, so can disable that tower. But there are not going to be many minions. Volibear spending a lot of time down in this bot side. As even Baguette has made their way down. That is 4 members of Zula bot. Condemn then coming out Vayne. Goes ult. As the Volibear ults them under tower. Very easy 4-man execution. Takes down the Karma and takes down Tigger. Very well put together from Azula. Definitely not what you would be expecting. Tigger did have to burn the cleanse and the flash, as well as the Snack on the same, burning the exhaust as well as the flash. So now flashless bot lane, but this Karma will be the one who faces most of that brunt. While, we see Ganem drops the Maelstrom and is not able to pick up Baguette, who gets away on minimal health. My goodness. What is this? Sealord, very lucky to be in that position. The Bunny 2KD. Oh my fucking god, no balls. I mean, he did already burn. He could have flashed, but we do see Mad Damon's going to drop the Rift Herald mid. It wants to go for the trade onto Kuma, as Freya is there to back him up as well. The 2 top lane is going to be juking in on Ornn. Does already have the Heart Steal. Papa Smoke is a little bit behind on that regard. It should have it relatively soon. If we take a look at his gold, I think at 900, probably just a little bit under. He needs to clear about 2 more minion waves, and he will have that in his hands. We do see the immediate engage once again onto Lisnek, who is going to be able to work with Volibear, drops the E. We'll get the slow off. Condemn tries to get rid of the Volibear, but they are hard committing to this bot lane, as Volibear is still there. We do see the immediate flash, but Sion drops the ulti. Oh, it does not connect, but then the TP is coming out from Ahri, as you see now. The Cease and Desist is dropped onto the Ornn. Vi is there. Ahri goes with the Spirit Rush, trying to get the trades. Charm goes wide from Baguette, but it doesn't look like they are going to commit to this. Oh, it does land the Q. Charm is not available, but Baguette going for that TP play topside, tries to back him up, but I don't know if Vayne is going to be able to win this. Vayne is going to go for the fight here on Zoltan. Is going to be able to get it, but the immediate Condemn heal auto will save that Kai'Sa. As now Tigger's going to have to back off, committing the ultimate, while Zeportan does commit the heal to that to stay alive. This team seems to be giving a little bit more run for their money here. As Volibear is still adamant to play bot, as they do see that Karma is going to be getting caught out there. Do see the ulti from Zeportan, the immediate route, but Volibear is still bot. Is he going to be able to get out? Will be able to use the E. Does not disable the tower, but Volibear committing a full ultimate, as well as the Kai'Sa and the Rakan, all just for this one Karma. As last time, do not want to try and force that fight. But large commitment coming out on the bot side. Want to make sure that Tigger and Slisnek don't get the lead that they need to maintain their lead. Don't get the lead they need to maintain their tempo in the lane. But Zeportan will pick up that Kraken Slayer immediately, as now last time are going to be looking like they're going to be picking up this dragon here. Sealord and Tigger are going to be there, going to be able to get it, going 1 for 1. While we see Kuma is still clearing out that blue buff, has fallen significantly behind in terms of jungle experience. But Vi, already full Black Cleaver, can look for more of these one-on-one fights with the Volibear as well as the Ornn. But one thing's for sure, we see Sealord is going to be able to get the commit onto the Baguette. Will drop the ulti, a lot of damage coming out. And Sealord will get a sort of go on Baguette, but there's really fight happening in the bot lane. And Damilon has made their way there. Kuma is there now as well. Knockup coming out from the Rakan. Damilon having to back out. Vayne kiting this out so well. Damilon barely getting out alive, as Vayne desperately trying to get onto Kuma, but Zeportan standing directly on top to prevent the autos, while Freya will pick up that kill on the Khan, but Sealord has made their way bot lane. Nothing going to be happening for Sealord down here. But San does use the ulti just to get back to lane, has the Heartsteel available. So now we'll be able to go one toe on toe in terms of trading with it. As you just see the Heartsteel stacks just permanently proccing topside. And Sion actually taking the stronger trade. Sion coming out on top in a lot of these trades now since the pickup of the Heartsteel. And one thing's for sure, if I could get the Heartsteel proc sound as like my notification, I would never get sick of it. That and the first strike notification, like the sound. I would have those, I would listen to those all the time. I would go to hell if it meant just only listening to those sounds for the rest of my life. But now as we see, Tigger and Lisnek have to try and play safe. They want the scaling. They are going to be behind in items, but Kennen is going to be their main team fight potential, while Damilon is going to be looking top side to go onto Prytaz, but immediately hides away in the vision and will be going for that Rift Herald, but Rakan is there to catch them out. The Ornhorn is summoned, will connect on to Vi, but Sealord is there, does have the slicing Maelstrom, will deny the Kai'Sa, gets the shutdown. Kai'Sa does not get it. Volibear cancels the auto attack. It's immediate knockup thing coming out from the Sion. Kuma tanking tower. My word. Absolute brawl. But Kai'Sa a little out of position as Sealord spots them. Picks up that shutdown very easily. And is now 2-1 on this cannon. But now that is going to be 3 members of Azula going for this Rift Herald. While Vayne is going to be able to get some free tower gold in the bot side. It is 15 minutes, the platings are done, but we'll be able to get the push. Sealord, give me your pants. What, because he soaked them? But Tigger does look like he's going to get this tower. Wants to commit for it. And does look like he's going to... First tower does go over the last time. Micro-wise, playing it superbly well. Freya is roaming for a little bit longer than he should have. And giving Vayne a little bit more gold, a little bit more time. And is now going to be sitting fairly on par in terms of where the Kai'Sa is this game. But San does drop the ulti just to get back to lane. Not much more that can happen there. You're going to use the ulti just to get back to those minions. While Sealord, 2 kills on the board. Looking strong. Protoss, more Prytoss. Gonna go for those first strike stacks. Just not interrupt the knockup. While Ornn is still having a bit of a hard time trying to trade with this Scion. The W shield is just too impactful. His knockup is cancelled again. But Oracle's being picked up. Stopwatch is being picked up everywhere. Is that Kennen with the stopwatch can be quite useful in these next upcoming team fights with Dragon in 1 minute. It'll be very crucial that they get this and begin their stacking. As now Vayne and Karma have rotated to the mid lane now. Vayne does have the Kraken Slayer, while Karma is still yet to pick up the Shurelya's, and does look like that's what she's going to want to go for going forward. So, a lot of wards littered in that top river for Azula. Plenty of vision to deny any possible roams from the cannon. But now, again, there's still plenty of vision Azula have as the cannon does walk into the volley bear. TP's coming out into a 3-man stun, but the immediate flash from Sealord gets him out alive. Knockup only hits the Karma. Rakan goes for quickness. Grand entrance knockup, but then the TP now coming out from Ori. Listenek having to back out. Tigger kiting this so well, but Baguette does make his way there. As Vayne is doing her best to kite. The tower is been disabled, so they are going to be able to kill her there. Demilon picks up 1. Vayne is still kiting it out so well. Picks out the volley bear into a TP from the Scion. As it is a 4 for 2 trades. As the volley and Baguette get taken down. But it's very unlikely that they're going to be able to kill this Scion. He is quite a tanky boy. And Zeportan and Freya are going to start up this dragon. While Scion looks like he's more than happy just to push that tower mid lane. Is able to get the push. And does have the demolish. Wait, so Ty ended up getting the shutdown onto the volley bear. So that does mean Vayne is going to be sitting in a bit more of a commanding gold lead. About 100 gold over this Kai'Sa right now. So definitely going to be those small leads. Going to be building something greater as already now the volley bear lost a lot of farm going for these hard ganks in the bot lane. While Vi was able to pick up a bit of that extra CS. And has become a lot more impactful in terms of going for these hard engages. And giving a shutdown to a Vayne when you have an Ornn and a volley bear is definitely not what you want to be doing. But Kuza does have the Iceborne Gauntlet, while the Vayne has picked up Kraken. We see is going to be Leandries for the Ahri. Kai'Sa already has a Kraken one, but the Rakan looks like it wants to immediately possibly go for the anti-heal item. But not really sure if that's going to be the case. The Scion is just going to be pushing that top side. Going to tank the full Ahri combo, but it's really not going to do much. It's first. Woohoo! Heartsteel. Mad amount of work. Demilon tries to go for the engage. Nothing there, but Papa Smurfy doing quite a lot of damage with that Heartsteel Grasp proc there. So, could be interesting. Well, Prytoss will be bot side, picking up that tower. Sealord gonna go and catch that wave, but not gonna look for that 1v1. Does not win that. While Demilon top side once again. Sealord will walk into the goat. The goat's knockup. Looked like it didn't seize through. Really interesting. But this Scion is going to be a bit of a nightmare for the Ahri to deal with. Ahri may have the Leandries, but the Scion has a lot of health. Does have a little bit of the MR. And likely is going to be going to build towards that Sunfire Cape and the Merc Treads. While the Vi not going to be going for that Divine Sunderer build. Definitely going to be going for more of the... My brain has just switched off. I know exactly what the item is. The Radiant Virtue. He's going to be going for that Radiant Virtue in the jungle on the Vi. Going to be giving her team a little bit of extra healing. Going to give them a little bit extra sustain in these upcoming fights. And give herself a little bit more sustain on top of that. But One thing's for sure, Azula like playing around their vision, have plenty of vision in their top and mid side. Well, Sealord farming up the Vice Krugs, kinda just chilling, but now the Volibear does have 2 items, does have the Dead Man's, so we'll be able to try catch up to that fairly easily. But now also the Karma finishing the Shurelya's means it's gonna be easier to either play the Vayne defensively or push the Vayne forward. As now the Scion is able to get that top lane tower away from the Ori. Ori desperately trying to push it up, but we see that it's going to be Mad Demon getting caught up by the Volibear and caught up by Freya. Freya does land the Grand Entrance, but now the Snake is on the way. Ori is going to go for the Spirit Rush. Mad Demon barely surviving. Oh my god, Mad Demon falls to the Liandries. That is Ori, no ultimate, but that is a really, really crucial pick for Azula. As they are going to be able to start up this Baron. And it does not look like last time. Are going to try and compete for impact. No, the Vayne and the Scion are going to be walking there. They do want to go compete for it. Rakan is going to go and try and deny them as much as possible. So that will be Baron going over to Azula as they call summon the Ornhorn. Bubba Smurf is taken down, is unstoppable, but is shredded by Zepotan. Scion does not get anything there, with now the gold lead further extending to around 3,800 gold. What do you do in this situation? You need to make sure the Ornn items are already coming out, as the Wormfallen Sacrifice is going to be picked up immediately by the Kai'Sa. Well, on the other hand, they could possibly also be picking up their 3rd dragon. Vayne has now got the Blade of the Ruined King. That is 2 crucial items that she does need. And then once the Ginsus is picked up, Vayne will become an absolute monster in dealing with the Ornn and dealing with the Volibear. All she needs is some good peel. But now we see Tigger is going to have to use the Condemn to get away, but Lisnek gets caught in the Volibear E, but will be able to walk it out. On goes for the knockup. Is able to pick up that shot, and Rakan goes in for the quickness. Grand Entrance knockup. Demon not able to walk away, but Cannon gets the massive slicing Maelstrom. Asan is in the backline, is able to get the kill at the Kai'Sa shut down. Vayne fully stacked on that lethal tempo. Is going to be able to run them down. Volibear is knocked up, desperately trying to kill Tigger. Tigger is kiting this so well, but the flash charm coming out from Baguette will be able to seal the kill, but cease and desist is still available. Volibear falls. Mad Demilon does not take down Ari, picking up 2 kills there. But last time do get 3 shutdowns. They did shut down the Kai'Sa Ornn as well as the Volibear. And the gold going over to Kennen and Vayne, who is exactly who you need to be giving that gold to. The Vayne already bought that. Yes, boys. Alright, we got the hydrate from Rabuma. I just realized I don't have water here because I just came from downstairs. But I will be right back with the water so hydrators can drown me. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I have returned. I have got water for the hydrators. As you see, the dragon is going to be started up and completed by Azula. They have 3 dragons now. Okay, I can't say that man's name. I can. Azula Harkame coming on top of Smurfy is trying to walk it out. Does have the shield, does have the health. And will walk it out fairly easily. Prytos, similar situation there. Knockup does connect. Ornn will get the knockup, but Vi then gets absolutely annihilated as Rakan and Kai'Sa come in to save the day. The absolute, I want to say Goon Squad, but I'm more along the lines as SEAL Team 6 showing up. Well, Orsan does go in for the play there. Will not land the knockup onto Prytos. Vayne does drop the ulti. And we'll get the Bork prop. Prytos is likely going to fall. Does get condemned. And there's another shutdown going over to the Vayne. What do you mean, Nino? What happens if someone donates or something? What am I supposed to say? Just, okay. Like, I don't know what to say, man. Or someone follows. Do I just say, welcome? It feels weird, man. It feels weird. But as you say, gracias. Okay. Gracias is what I'm gonna have to say from now on. But it's technically the same thing, but okay. I will say gracias. Yay, Sadanki, I appreciate you. Okay, now you guys are just giving me suggestions. Okay, so I'm gonna use every single one of those suggestions then. I gotta use every single one. And now Mad Demion does get caught out on the control ward. Hey, little goose. Welcome to the chat, goose. Goose, go sleep. Goose can do what she wants. She's an independent goose. She is allowed to stay up late. What is wrong? What is wrong with the goose doing what a goose wants? My cat is kind of losing her mind. Quack. They don't quack, they honk, bro. Yeah, see, let her be. She's working. But now, with lost time, 9 to 20, gold lead is firmly settled at around 5,000 gold. Late, not even 9 yet. Yeah, so 5,000 gold is quite a lot. For 4,000 gold is quite a bit of gold in terms of this team comp. Because with the Orn, they are going to be getting more value for their items rather than actual money-wise. As we get the Resident Sleeper from that man. The man saying the Resident Sleeper. It's not the man who usually sends the Resident Sleeper. Papa Smith is going to be caught out by 3 members of Azula. Massive knock up there. Kaiser going to be absolutely shredding through this here. Santa try and ult out, but Freya gets in the way. Mad Demilon tries to try and cancel Pride. The Orn is summoned. That is 4 members of last time in the mid lane as the knockup lands onto the cannon. Double kill for the Kaiser. Vayne trying so hard to kite this out. As Praetos is going to be able to get onto Vayne. Does have the little tempo stack. Zephyr's hand is going to drop back. A lot of damage, but there's going to be the flash knockup coming out there. As the snack will be the second last to fall. As then, Mad Demilon is the last member of Lost Time alive. I'm not going to connect because of the Banshee's Veil, but Kuma still tanking a tower. Flash Charm there. But the ace coming out from Azula. As they're now going to be beginning this Baron. Absolutely crazy plays coming out from Azula here. Making sure to catch out their front line. Making it much, much harder for them to peel for the Lost Time to peel for the Vayne. Anyone been to Comic-Con? Is it good? I went a couple years ago. I thought it was pretty decent, really cool people. But I think a lot has changed since then. But definitely think it's going to meet really nice, cool people there. So, I would strongly recommend it. But I am going to need some water. So last time, need to make... Okay, I mean, I met my hero at Comic-Con, Justin. Who is your hero, Nina? Who did you meet at Comic-Con? Alright, well, while we get that going, we're gonna see what last time I'm gonna do to counteract this. Heroes, Justin. But I didn't go to Comic-Con, so you have... But I met you at the Era meetup. So I guess that counts. But you see there's going to be the knock-up then landing onto Mad Demilon and Kuma in the backline will land the stun. Horn is called Kennen with a massive 5-man slicing Maelstrom. Able to pick up the Kaiser. Mad Demilon is going to walk out alive, but Kennen is not going to live very long. Sun does drop the Unstoppable Force. Vayne is fully altered, fully stacked on the lethal tempo. Does have the Bork, does have the Ginsus. And it looks like last time want to run this down. But it does not look like they are going to be able to. Rakan quickly going back for that re-engage. Vayne does not have the ultimate available. Mad Demilon is over the wall. Does not have cease and desist. So now last time are going to fight for this dragon. Ori does try and go for the charm onto Mad Demilon. As Praetos is going to... And Freya are going to hop over the wall. Further denying Demilon from getting this dragon. Lesnek going to be try and drop a shield. He's going to hop over the wall rather. As now Baguette is on an absolute rampage and do look like they are going to secure themselves the final dragon as it is 4 drakes for Azula and the Cloud Soul for them too. So that does mean the Ahri is going to be quite fast as well as the Rakan and the Kaiser. And usually I don't have an issue with the Cloud Soul. It's very strong, but it's also not, it's super niche, so only certain team comps can really benefit from it. But if there was any comp to benefit from it, it's the one with the Kaiser, Ahri, and the Rakan. Plenty of movements, be plenty of hard engage available to them. I mean, Vayne also would have benefited very hard from this Cloud Drake. So it was definitely worth fighting for. But now 5 members of Azula are in the bot side. Kennen is looking for a flank with the slicing Maelstrom. Charm does connect. Does a bit of damage there. The Ornhorn is summoned. Is going to land onto Vayne. Vayne is stunned. Vayne is caught out. Vayne drops the Night Hunter. But the massive slicing Maelstrom, they're able to do quite a bit of damage to that backline. Man, Demilon healing up with the Radiant Virtue. Vayne is taking out that Ornn. Is stacking it up. Not going to be enough. Kuma will drop down on Sealord. Picking up some extra HP. Tigger is kiting this. He picks up the Ornn. And we see Azula are going to be retreating. And it's lost time. They live to fight another day. And yes, so this is going to be a best of 3. And it's the sheesh to my mod here. BO2. I was under the impression it was the best of 3. Oh, wait, because it's Uraken. Oh. Sorry, I'm still thinking Metal State because I had a Metal State one yesterday. And that was best of 3. So, best of 2, not best of 3. I want to go play Vayne now. I mean, Ty makes it look easy. He makes it look fun. When I play Vayne, I go 0-12 and regret my life choices. Spam this flame to ignite the stage. I have to admit, kind of a pug way to go about it, Zula. I am not gonna lie. As you see, Ricard lands the Grand Entrance into the Charm, into the Volibear stun. That is a dead Vi. 14,000 to the cooking stream? So we're seeing the other game tonight too. Yes, so it's going to be, we are going to see both games played here live. Scuttle was worth it. I mean, Scuttle's always worth it if you're a jungler. You see the Charm connect onto the Scion. Scion taking quite a bit of damage. Doesn't have too much MR up their sleeve. It's about having the Force of Nature that Leandri's doing absolute mad work along with the Void Staff. But Siege continues for Azula. Charm does go wide. Ornn is there, does have the Ornhorn. But still, all ultimates are available to Azula. They did just want this tower, and they do look like they want to back off. They are showing the respect that Vayne does deserve right now. Vayne very capable of running down a lot of these tanks if given the correct peel. While the cannon can easily set up that hard engage from the back line. And with Baron spawning now in 1 minute, it does look like this next fight could very much decide the course of this first game. Agreed 100%. I will suck, but still attempt it. I can agree. I am in the very same boat as you. I've got the Prestige Edition Firecracker Vayne for some reason. And I'm just almost inclined to play Vayne. Damn, Demilon does get caught out. Steel Team 6 coming out here. Not letting Demilon breathe for more than 5 minutes. As the jungler is gone. Baron is up in 30 seconds. Azula are looking very comfortable right now. Vayne is going to be picking up the red buff. Hopefully he's able to just get that extra bit of regen, extra bit of kite ability onto these hard tanks. The cat with the fish. It's such a cute emote. I love it. It's so cute. So now 4 members of Azula are going to go down up to the Baron, while the Ahri is going to be picking up that blue buff. That's a gun. Why is now that cat holding a gun? Why are you holding a gun to me? It looked like a fish. My chat is like this small, bro. I can read words, but some of the things I can't see, okay? But now he's going to be very quick Baron coming out from Azula. The blue buff be important. I would imagine so. It was 4 versus 5. I mean, 4, yeah, so it's 4 versus 5 initially with Demilon being dead. So 4 versus 4 means they were very capable of handling it. Ahri looking to just try and see if they can possibly go for a pick. Yeah, but now, last time, do you want to go for, can you believe this gun? We do see they are going to be going for the run down mid. They, no questions asked, gonna run down mid here with Baron. Rakan has gone a little bit more of a tanky build, has picked up the Elixir of Iron, while San has done the same. This is the do or die moment. If last time are to do something, now is that time. As we see, Tigger does have 4 items on this Vayne, 293 CS. If there's anyone to carry, it's him, but Volibear does try and go for that engage, but does immediately get pushed back. Zula picking up that mid lane inhib. And they are going to just take all these inhibs down. Not gonna go for the aggressive play. We're gonna play strategically and methodically take out all the objectives. As Kuma does try and go for the snack, but will not connect. Vi does try and land knock a massive ulti, but does not connect. Rakan gets the knockup. Kennen gets the flash. 5-man slicing Maelstrom. But and the Vayne is going to go for the chase. The Volley does hop in the back line. Shutdown coming onto Sion. Vayne is kiting this out. Rakan barely surviving, but does look like they're going to commit to the chase. Tigger is there. Does get charmed by the Ahri, but into the cleanse. But Baguette doing that extra bit of damage. And it does look like Kennen does pick up the shutdown onto one of them. But Zeportan is still alive. He is still untouched, almost untouched in a lot of these team fights. But now it is the Snack and Kennen against 3. Last time going to be able to clutch this out. Or does Azula look to close out the game? Slicing Maelstrom knock is only halfway up in terms of its cooldown. But it does mean that Azula are going to go and pick up that Elder Drake. And despite there being a lot of minions here, not much wave clear that can be done. Vayne seeing a lot of single target damage. But very close team fight there. But now Elder Death is the best death. Who's that Kennen? One of my 10 kids. As Mad Demon is over in the pit, just trying to go and steal it, but it does mean they're going to immediately drop focus off the dragon and immediately go onto the Vi. Vi is now dead. The Elder Dragon will be taken down. There is going to be a TP now coming out from Ahri, as well as the Ornn into the mid lane. They are going to be escorting those minions through. Azula look like they mean business. They are not here to mess around. So now, this is the do or die. It is 4 versus 5. Sion does drop the ulti, does try and get on that backline, does not connect. Volleybed disables both the towers. Vayne goes into Night Hunter mode. Kennen gets the slicing Maelstrom onto 3-4 members. But the Elder Drake is going to be able to close them down. Vayne kiting this out so well, but not enough with that Elder Dragon. As now we see Azula are going to be able to take down this Nexus and bring us to a 1-0 lead. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so that is game 1 done and dusted. And if we look at the damage, I think regardless of how the game was going for last time, the damage very much is reflected because he did max health damage. It's quite a lot of damage there. And I think that's mainly because a lot of it is over onto the Ornn as well as the Volley Bear. But as far as I'm aware, Vayne was the point of the carry, and they unfortunately were not able to peel for it very well. The Rakan, very good with that hard engage. Kai'Sa able to easily get that back line with the help of the quickness grand entrance. But then Ahri also plenty of mobility to weave around a lot of that hard CC. And with the Ornn giving them that extra buff of team fight potential. And then also giving them the sexy Ornn items. But that does mean we are going to be handing over the points. So prediction-wise, Azula, they do take the first game. And so I hope your points are ready to rumble. But I see my my OBS and everything has like completely died. Because I'm gonna try and work to fix it. For some reason it just died. So I'm gonna try and fix it for you, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so and then 1, 2, 3, and Wapow. Chat should be back. Alert box. There we go. I don't know why my Twitch does, my OBS does this. Sometimes it crashes and it closes all my browser links. I think it's because maybe I have like a disconnect from like my internet. I don't really know. Okay, so that is all that, and now we get that one. I was supposed to change the color of the events. I do apologize. I keep forgetting to. I know it's bothered you with the red, but it's everything very blue and all that hello blue. But it's all fixed. But while we wait for this lobby to get put together, I am going to take a small 2-minute break. So I am going to see you all soon. So don't go away. We have got the next series up and coming. I hope to see you all soon. All right. I see everyone vibing in chat to this song here, but we've got a new one coming up. While we just take a looking at these picks and bans that are happening right now. So I did queue up a song, but for some reason it did not play. Does working on people's nerves count go as gym? I mean, it definitely can, so you're not wrong. But this is what I'm gonna go for. So while they do their champ select up here, which you're gonna be seeing, I'm gonna really cast. I'm gonna wrong way, that way. So please, why is because you know what I did? I queued up all the League of Legends. So, but there we go. But we do see that it's going to be picking up in the top side here. So we see that he's going to immediately be the Zac, Ahri, and the Vayne picked up for last time. So stealing the Ahri away from Azula with the Volibear still being locked in, the Kaiser kept there, and then the Lissandra being picked to lock down this Vayne and lock down this Ahri. So definitely not surprised that we are going to be seeing that coming. I know I very rarely put the face cam bigger than the screen, but I thought this would be an appropriate way to go about this. Well, we did the Boo and Baby Yoda here. We see now that is going to be the Leona locked in the bot side. A lot of crowd control to deal with these very mobile carries. Now, I know I realize the music is a bit loud, so I'm actually going to pause it, and then once we're on the break, we will... Okay, we will listen to the hard style. Okay, I promise, okay? I promise. As we do see that now, the Ornn is going to be immediately locked in as well. So that is a very tanky backline that we do have available to last time. Or frontline, sorry, tanky frontline available to last time, along with very hefty damage dealers in that backline, along with the Seraphine in the support role for Lesnek here. So want to play that wombo combo, want to play that hard engage, want to be able to catch someone off guard. And the lack of mobility for Azula, where it's only really the Kaiser, but now there is going to be a Mordekaiser as an answer to the Ornn. Going to be able to take him out before he summons the Ornn Horn. And does working on people's nerves count as gym? I'm going to say yes. I mean, it can. It definitely can, because it is like, you are working them on a sweat. But remember, if you're good at something, never do it for free. Yeah, fair enough. But sometimes people enjoy it too much, and then they start questioning if there is a value to it. It is called imposter syndrome. At least that's what my design lecturer tells me all about. Okay, so casters already. Okay, so that's what my lecturer tells me. He tells me a lot of the time that it's called imposter syndrome, where like you doubt your own self-worth and doubt the value of your creation. So it very much does make sense. As we now are going to be seeing the quick picks and bans for anyone who wants to reiterate, but Jhin being taken away. Very curious to see why this Jhin is being taken away, because this Jhin I have not seen last time play it at all, as the Zaya and the Rakan will be taken away from Azula, but the Mordekaiser and the Volibear are going to be locked in. The Mordekaiser is a very good answer to the Ornn. Takes them into the Death Realm. Is not able to cast the second part of the Forge Guard. Makes it, and as well can take out the Zac. Make it very easy for the backline to get get their backline to reach the opposing backline. But Ahri, as we saw in the previous game, very mobile, very easy to get those one-touch picks, especially with the charm. And then a very good follow-up can come up from the Seraphine with the slow, as well as the Ornn knock-up with the ultimate. Very, very good one there. And so we used to get that a lot when she made art and got a lot of good reviews. Yeah, it really kills the love for whatever you're doing. Okay, yeah, so now with the last few picks, we are going to see Seraphine is going to be locked in. And then that is going to be the final pick, which is I believe it was the... Leona. It was Leona. But yeah, I do get that. I do very much get that idea, like the whole thing of can't really put value on work that you love, because you don't do it to get money. You do it more because you enjoy it. But these two team comps looking quite strong. Look like this is going to be quite the spicy game. A lot of crowd control available to Azula, but a lot more mobility on the side of last time do pick up the Ari. Vayne is still picked up. Vayne was never an issue, so Vayne is going to be picked up again by Tigger. But Lesnack has now opted for a more AoE-based support with the hard engage of the Seraphine ultimate, and pairing that with the Zac Slingshot and the Ornn Call of the Forge God can be used to set up a very nasty kill onto one of the damage dealers of Azula. But from me, I'll be right back, and I will leave you off with some hardstyle. So see you all in 3 minutes when the game begins. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be hopping into game 2 here between Last Time and Azula. So I just need to fix the time controls and all that jazz. But we are in, ladies and gentlemen, as the camera is now going to be fixated there, while I quickly readjust Azula's icon so it all looks nice and good. There you go. And now we just gotta fix up Lost Times one as well because it's a little bit off. Trying to manage it on like this like a super small screen is not advised. If you ever do this, I do not advise using studio mode with small screens. But we see Azula are actually going to be going for an invade here Bit of a cheeky one there. Do drop the vision. And do not get a pick there. But are going to wait it out. See if there's going to be possibly a bot lane start. There were pings coming out that they were spotted walking into that bot through the tri-bush. Very good ward there coming out from Vayne. Keeping an eye out for the bot laner. It's looking good. Bella, you want to come say hi? Okay, Bella does not want to come say hi. Unfortunately. That does not mean Mad Damilon is going to be starting on the top side, while Kuma is going to be starting bot side on his blue. And Ahri now in the hands of Lost Time does mean that now Sea-Lord can look for more roam potential. I've just realized that they didn't switch. I just realized I have mixed it all up. Nope, you're not crazy. You're not crazy, Ophidian. My mic has been muted this entire time. Oh, rookie mistakes. I should not be making these mistakes. I apologize for muting my mic being muted. But nothing fairly interesting happened there. But Lost Time do unfortunately lose their Ahri into the mid lane. And at this point, as an Ahri, it's very hard to particularly play around the likes of a Lissandra and a Volibear. A lot of crowd control if they're able to get on top of you. And there's very little you can do. This Leon does get the engage onto Lissnek. Lissnek is going to get slowed down by the Glacial Augment, but Vayne immediately going for the trade on Zepotan. And onto Freya as Vayne now coming on top. And Sea-Lord once again is caught out by this Volibear. Will W to get out. Demilon is going to be there to back him up. Volibear really, really wants that kill. Is not going to be able to get it. But it does look like they are heavily prioritizing and getting this Ahri behind. As this Ahri could be very much the downfall of any of these immobile carries. Well, Papa Smurfy coming out on top in some of these trades in the top lane. While the Snek is looking to play more aggressive, does have the poke potential. The Kai'Sa is quite low in health and does not look like that they want to go for anything too aggressive. Leona tries to desperately get the cannon, but not going to be able to there, as they do deny level 4 from Azula. But now Sea-Lord likely going to have to play a lot safer than he would have wanted to. Probably wanted to go with more of a roaming playstyle here on the Ahri. But will be forced to play defensively into the Lissandra. While Tigger... Oh, the Condemn almost getting that third proc there, but the immediate heal from Zepotan will save him. As Prytos was able to back and get the reset off. Gets a blasting one and is now hard out trading Papa Smurfy here. But Tigger definitely pressing the attack a little bit more in this matchup. Wants to really assert that dominance. Wants to make sure he gets ahead. Make sure he doesn't face any issues. But one issue they are going to face is if that Volibear gets ahead and that Volibear gets strong, anyone who is mobile will have a bit of a tough time trying to deal with them. And even with a Lissandra now, who is going to go for that hard engage, will get charmed away. But Baguette will try and trade it out quickly. As now multiple members are spotted mid-side. And And Ari is forcibly having to play safe. But now we do see that it's going to be the Roman Lissandra coming bot lane. Lissandra is there. Mad Damulon needs to flash. Volibear does go for the Q, but the leap immediately from Damulon. The Snack gets hit by the Volibear, but not going to be able to slow them enough, as the Azula do want to try and start up this dragon very early. As Vayne gonna keep pressing forward with this lead. Has 51 CS to 37. While Protoss wants to fight the Ornn. Up and takes him into the Death Realm. He is taken to Brazil. Papa Smurfy does call the Forge God. Will land the knock-up. Ult traded for ult, and it is what it is. Nothing much burned there. Mordekaiser does not have the Death Realm, and Ornn does not have the call of the Forge God. But Volibear is going to be doing that dragon along with Baguette. Dropping a little bit low, but there is no real contest happening there, as bot lane did reset, and Zac is top. So that is free dragon going over to Azula. Must be quite chuffed with that. Last time, usually the first ones to get onto these dragons. But Kuma is playing this map absolutely superbly. And he is definitely putting his Azula on the right track for success. As far as we're aware, Papa Smurfy is going to be rushing that MR. I have to say, your casting is really cool to hear. I do appreciate it, Azula. Thank you. I struggle to appropriate my responses, but I am very grateful, and I do appreciate your compliments. Thank you so much. I've been doing this for about over a year and a bit now. Started out just being a simple co-caster, just looking for it, but then started streaming a bit more. Picked up a webcam this year, and I'm putting a lot of my time and effort to make sure I give only the best possible casts. To make sure that these kinds of games are accessible to all languages. Like, I know, like, especially like English teams who don't struggle to understand French, for example. This is the stream which I would strongly recommend to them if they did need it, an English version. And I also do a lot of the localized South African tournaments, like the one called, this is a Metal State tournament, where it's run by the organization called Metal State. All the South African League of Legends. But what I'm basically trying to do here, to sum up what I've just said, is bring South African esports on to the map. Because we're not, I don't think we're really as recognized as a lot of the European unions are. And I think this is the best way to do it. This is esports. If you're invested in a game, one thing for sure, people are going to invest their time in watching the esports. So I hope to bring that to all of you. But I'm very grateful to have all you guys' support. You guys have been amazing. I say that way too often. The way Analyzer looks so simple but makes a lot of sense, and the words used are kind of powerful for an amateur league. It's really efficient. As you see, the Seraphine does lock the ultimate down to the immediate ulti coming up from the Zac. Vayne does drop the Shadow Hunter, or Night Hunter, sorry. Kai'Sa drops the ulti, but Tigger is still stunned. As now, Zac will go into the blobbity blobs, and will not be continuing the chase, as Deportan and Freya are going to have to back it out and give Lost Time the plates they want. The way you analyze the game looks simple, but it makes a lot of sense, and the words used are kind of powerful, and for an amateur league, it's really efficient. I do have to agree. Like, I think it's a lot of these teams, like especially a lot of the amateur teams, whether it's in Europe or in South Africa, they often just playing in the amateur league. They don't really find as much motivation to play aside from the motivation beyond an esports team. But if they know that their match is going to be streamed or other people will be watching them, they kind of get that little bit more competitive or nervous in a way. But those nerves kind of can bring out the best in people. I think a lot of this content is very interesting to watch. There's a lot of good talent in South Africa. And one thing for sure, a lot of these players here, aside from Era Tigger, all play on South African localized ping. So sitting between a range of 150 to 190, depending where they are in the continent, on the province. Or in one of the provinces, with Cape Town being the best, down by the coast, and Johannesburg more up the center being maximum 190, depending who you're with. And these players can reach as high as Diamond. Some have reached Masters on this kind of internet, so it is possible, and we do have the talent. It's just we are not recognized by Riot Games. That's why also I'm taking part in a content creator tournament, or more like content creator event with Riot Games, trying to bring awareness to South African League of Legends by giving you guys the sick content and covering as many of the tournaments in South Africa as I can, or that South African organizations take part in. And I hope to expand to Europe as well one day. I want to be in the LEC one day. I want to be possibly even LCK one day. But those are some big goals. I do know that. But if Quickshot can make it from South Africa, then so can I. But now as we see, there's not a lot of action going on this game. It's only 0-1. It is 1 kill, and that is over to Lissandra. But other than that, nothing really has changed. Still fairly even in gold. Royalize has been picked up by the Mordekaiser, but then the Abyssal Mask is going to be slowly picked up by the Ornn. Azula is going to have to run for his life. We'll use the Spirit Rush as Baguette looks for the engage along with Kuma, but they do not find it. With this dragon spawning, we do see that Baguette is they're gonna witness that there's no Azula has no Spirit Rush. Volibear is going to be looking for the engage. Does have the ultimate, as there is a flash available for Ceylon. Will flash over the wall, but they are hard committing for this Ahri. But still will not be able to take her down. This is a full-on fledged commit. Lissandra, no ult. Volibear, no ult and no flash. As the Ahri will live another day. And they do hand over that dragon over to Lost Time. Well, they desperately want to push their wave. Once they get that tower, know they have to trade at least something for this dragon. But Ornn did TP to stop it. Is going to hold the wave. And they will not be getting the tower. And the Lost Time will pick up dragon. Looking at the map state, it was a very good call from Lost Time. Ornn was able to TP mid to hold the wave with Ahri almost falling. And then Sealord TPing topside to manage the Mordekaiser. In this case, there is no objectives that have been lost by Lost Time in this. And we'll pick up Dragon, so we'll even it out. But Demilon wants to look for a fight here. But Kai'Sa and the Leona are going to try and freeze. They are actually going to be pushing now. Could possibly see a Flash! Seraphine ult! Zeportan knocked and condemned. But Killer Instinct not going to be able to save her. It's Mad Demilon and Lesnek synergized perfectly in locking down that Kai'Sa. Volibear is now going to be bot side. Tigger does not have Night Hunter. And all ultis have been burned. And at this point in the game, Lost Time are playing much smoother than they did previously. As Lissandra is adamant to try and get that tower. Wants to get those last bits of those plates. But Papa Smurfy is giving her the big fat no. Now Praetor's wants to go for a cheese. He's going to sit there. Tries to even go for it. But now Papa Smurfy is going to be ranging into that top side. And what I think was a really smart move coming out from Papa Smurfy is with the Abyssal Mask pickup here. Abyssal Mask being heavily useful against hard magic damage dealers. And especially like the Mordekaiser, who's going to be constantly proccing his magic damage passive on you. You can heal a bit from it and you get some more mana. But then also does make it a lot easier to deal with the Lissandra. So lane swapping is quite easy for Lost Time if they did need to do it. And Sealord desperately going to keep holding this wave as he does opt like he's going for the Liandry's while the Lissandra already picked up the Everfrost. Volibear on the Iceborne once again. Sunfire for the Zac and then the Kraken Slayer for Vayne. But now Zeportan is all alone, or at least so he thinks. Kai'Sa is going to be backed up by Lissandra. Lissandra is there, but they do get spotted on the ward, so they do know not to commit. Zac is going to be trying to hold in for the leap. Will leap on to Kazuma. Will get the knockback. Sealord is going to go in for the engage. Not going to burst the Spirit Rush just yet. Does not know where any of the rest of Azula are, but that does mean that Vayne will pick up that tower in the bot lane. Last Time are going to pick up a little bit of a goldie with just over 200 in their favor. My goodness. And further denying that first tower for Azula, who were desperately trying to push that mid tower to a point where they dived in multiple instances, but were still not able to get it because the wave clear was just too great for last time. But now Azula going to go onto this Rift Herald. Mad Demilon does want to go for the steal. Mad Demilon, known for his prestigious steals of objectives, is not going to go for this one. And rather would save his time for another steal. So, but now we look at Papa Smurfy's further itemization. It's not even going for the Mythic first just yet. It's going to go for that Sunfire or just the Balmy Cinder, as he is going to trying to be looking more as a magic damage tank. With every member of this Azula roster doing magic damage. Kai'Sa, passive, does magic damage. EW does magic damage. Q can't do magic damage as well. Well, scaled magic damage, my bad. Leona does magic damage. Volibear, E does magic damage. Ulti does physical, but a lot of magic damage for him to deal with. Game 1, no, unfortunately, Grom, this is game 2. So game 1 did go over to Azula, but now we do see is going to be a commit onto Tigger. Tigger having to burn the cleanse immediately. Kazuma lands, but the massive double ulti from the Seraphine into the knockup, into the Vayne ult. Vayne is desperately picking up one. Mad Demilon picks up the kill there. Baguette is desperately trying to get out, but Sealord will pick up that one. Vayne does get the auto attack down. Zac gets the leap, and Zepotan is now dead. With now last time picking up the tempo with this dragon now spawning. Mordekaiser did have the TP, but did not opt to use it. Last time finding their rhythm, finding their feet. Seraphine able to set up that really good hard re-engage for last time with the Zac slingshot. Made it super, super easy to enclose that. But the Snack did not opt for the full AP Lissandra, rather went for the Moonstone, playing more of a healing enchanter rather than a poke mage, which in this instance is a relatively smart move. They do want to play around the kiting, keeping the Vayne alive, keeping her healthy, keeping the Ahri alive as well. And with this dragon spawning, Azula are going to be looking to pick this up, but Zac is making his way downtown, walking fast. Will hop into the pit immediately, hops out with the E, burning the Azula R, but the Ornn calls the Forge Guard, lands it onto Kuma. Kuma has nowhere to go, but then immediate Lissandra also onto Sealord, and there's going to be a flash from Kuma there. Vayne is behind, is in the back line, is going to be going for that flank. Mad Demilon just trying to desperately run away. Lesnek is cutting it out. Vayne will pick up the Volibear. Did not have to burn the Night Hunter. Sealord is barely going to be able to make it out. Oh my goodness, Baguette is going for this chase. Oh, and the guy's lobby goes wide. Oh my goodness, only 2 for 1 in favor of Azula, who are going to, unfortunately, want to give up that dragon. But Sealord getting caught out there, getting flash ulted on by Lissandra as well as the Volibear. Not really much you can do there as an Ahri if that kind of CC is dropped on you. That does mean that the Drake will live a little longer. As one thing's for sure, last time do not want to give up the series that easily. They do want to be able to take this to a draw. They want to keep their record out of the L's and only the W's. Or in this case, the draws, the D's. The D's nuts. Okay, I made that joke. I made the joke. I should not have made the joke, but I made the joke. Okay, leave me alone. The D's nut joke was right there, and I set myself up. But Ornn almost has the call of the Forge Guard Volibear. Use the Rift Herald mid lane. Going to be able to try and pick up that tower. It does mean last time are going to have to sack that mid lane tower if they want this dragon. Baguette is on the back line. They do spot Baguette out there. Is going to be going to land the ulti onto the Vayne. But Tigger will be able to drop the Night Hunter. Will condemn Zepotan. Ahri takes out the Lissandra. Takes out Zepotan for that double kill. Mordekaiser picks up one, but then then Zac taking out Mordekaiser. As that now is 4 for 1 in favor of Lost Time. As the only person left is Freya. And will not contest for this dragon. As Ornn, Demilon, and the Snack are going to be able to take this down relatively quickly, considering they're a collection of tanks and a support. Now Zac's 4-0 and 4. Is that an error right there? I think it is. 404 for Mr. Zach there, really playing that hard engage very well, making sure to get the picks that needs to get, finds those crucial targets for last time, and able to set up for his team. We're not going to get any 007s here. Maybe the Leona if she gets 6 more assists, but no 007s here. Game 2. Yeah, that is correct, sir or ma'am. Well, a snack almost getting caught out walking into the bush with Kuma. Is now Zac has acquired the Radiant Virtue. Does like this item. Does allow him to set up very nicely for his team. Gives them that little bit of extra sustain and healing. Gives him a little bit of health and sustain as well. So very useful item, especially for tanks. But you gotta keep in mind, the Ornn actually went for the Even Shroud. Is that correct? So the Ornn went for the Even Shroud and right now going to be built into the Equinox. Playing more towards the CC damage. The bonus CC damage if anyone CCs him or if he CCs anyone. Yes, it's OP. Alright, I'm going to trust Bunny here. If I am correct, Bunny is the last time coach. So if he's going to see what his judgment call is here. But it does make sense in Ornn's case, as he is very much just going to be playing the supportive tank to keep the Vayne alive, while as well as the Sneck doing the same. Zac going to be looking for more than engage. Do need that backline tank to defend, and I think Ornn is that best bet there. Why was that so hard to say? Why were the words not coming out of my mouth correctly? We do see Daemon is going to be coming top side. The immediate TP there from Mordekaiser, but Daemon will hop over the wall. Baiting out, but gets teleports. Now Ornn is left the bot side relatively for free. But this does give Azula a bit of time to possibly set up for the Baron. Do drop control wards, and it does look like they're going to start it. Ornn does have the teleport. Does look like they could possibly get the Ornn to TP in. Ornn is looking for that teleport. There are no wards to TP2. Will TP into the back line there. Mad Demilon looking for a way in. Seraphine doesn't get the ulti. Zac jumping in. Lands on 2. Lands the charm. Massive AoE ulti knock up from the Ornn. Vayne cutting the back line. Triple kill. Double kill for the Vayne. Double for the Ahri. 4 down. Baron going over to last time. And Zac finishing off the Mordekaiser. As that is an ace coming out for last time. The knockup from the knockup coming out from Mad Demilon paired up with Papa Smurfy on this Ornn made it so easy to close in onto them in an enclosed Baron pit. Where are you gonna go as Azula with that kind of hard CC? So now we see Vayne gonna be in that top side pushing the wave. Gonna be able to hopefully try and get that tower. Ornn are gonna commit to that mid tower. Do get 2 towers from that. An absolutely massive play coming out from last time. Contesting that Baron and really showing what they are made of. But now 3 items coming out for the Ornn. Does have the Sunfire as well as the Abyssal with the Even Shroud. And the Ahri has now picked up the Rabadons. Second item Rabadons for the Ahri. Makes sense why he was doing so much damage there. Ornn demolish Ziggs W. Can confirm. I mean, I definitely want to say maybe possibly Scion demolish. Better than Ziggs W as well. Scion W also scales really well. Considering man's got infinite health. Even Cho'Gath. Bro, you're getting all these infinite health scaling champions, man. Ah. Alright, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to... like, get the water down. But we see Ornn items are... Well, the ornaments are going to be coming out. I need to stop calling them Ornn items, but... The ornaments are coming out. Ornn does get the upgraded Even Shroud. We see the Liandry's gets upgraded for the Ahri, and then the Wormfallen Sacrifice handed over to the Vayne. As you can tell, I only really know what the upgraded Kraken Slayer is. But yet to give one to the Zac or the Seraphine is not hitting level 16 just yet. Once 16 ticks over, the Ornn will be able to give some more upgraded items. So, do we know how far Ornn is from level 16? He is almost there, probably about 1 or 2 more minion, one more wave, and We'll take over to that level 16. Where Tigger barely sidestepping that Mordekaiser E. Would have been rather drastic if he was to fall. But unfortunately, that does mean that Mad Demon and Papa are going to be starting that Dragons. Kuma desperately trying to get on the second. Will burn the flash with immediate cleanse into the Seraphine ulti. Vayne is cutting out. Ornn is summoning the Forge God. Demon there in the backline. Kuma trying to do his best, but Vayne has fully stacked. Lethal Tempo is running it down. Freya picks up 2. Vayne taking the 2 kills there into the triple kill for the Vayne. Sealot is taking to the Death Realm with Mordekaiser, but Vayne just able to kite it out, as that is GG well played. Ace going over the last time once again. Sealot and Lesnek picking up a kill each relatively. But now Demolish is up for one, but is going to rather save it for the Inexus Towers. There's still, the timers are up. Volibear as well as Zepotan and Freya will be up. Final Ornn items are going to be handed over. And a Primordial Dawn going to be given over to the Zac. As 3 members of Azula are desperately going to go for the fight here. Vayne does not have the Night. Will barely sidestep the ulti as well as the E from the Leona. Kuma nowhere to go, running for his life. Zepotan taken out by Mad Demulon, who has got 6, 0, and 11 in this match. He is not looking to give up anytime soon once they keep that full 0 death game. As now Tigger ending the game, bringing it over to the end of game 2, as last time bring it to a draw. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. That we were given a spicy game, and I am glad we were. But GG well played to both teams. GG well played to Azula for taking first game and lost time on the second, bringing this to a draw. So must be very, very happy with these results. Last time able to fix the mistakes which they made in the first game. Azula unfortunately did fall short in the second match. They were not able to find the leads where they needed to, like they did in the first game. And at the end of the day, it's all a game to us, and it was very well played from everyone. But I personally think MVP can't really be handed over to one person, because it's you GG boys. I guess you could say last time didn't lose this time. Okay, I like that. Oh man, you're a legend. And the damage also being fairly even for last time, aside from Seraphine, but Seraphine going for more of a healing orientated build. But as all you know, tomorrow is Friday, and on Fridays and Saturdays I do variety game streams. I'm still trying to figure out realistically what I'm going to be playing here, but if not, I would like to try and see if I can do some customs with all of you, get to know some of my followers a little bit more, and hopefully have some fun there. Because game wise, not really sure what I'm playing. I've been absolutely obsessed with Honkai Star Rail recently. So that's the game I'm going to be spamming shortly after this. Maybe even some Solo Queue, because I'm inclined to play Vayne now. Thank you, Ty, because now I'm going to blame you if I lose all my ranked games. So yeah, I was sending my love to everybody here. Thank you to everyone for coming out to watch. I hope you all enjoyed. Please feel free to reach out to me on any social medias if you have any suggestions for the stream, or if you need any games casted. I know a lot of South African peeps are here, but if anyone who needs games casted, particularly from the likes of Azula or Uraken, please feel free to reach out to me on social media or my Discord link below. And until then, I will see you all in the next one. Peace out. And yes, Tsunami, I will put the VOD up, okay? The VOD will go up. I promise.